Hello, John Longcroft-Neal here again. New day, new shirt. Well, it's not new, it's a different shirt. Get what I mean? Vlog number 4 apparently. Been some interest already, which is great. I've got a question here. I say I've got a question here. I've written it myself because nobody else has. What's concerning me at the moment? Well, obviously the worldwide pandemic is still lurking around and causing problems. We've come to terms with the hope that it's going to ease off. But also, there's this disruption and disquiet in the USA following the death of George Floyd in police custody. On the street, in front of the ubiquitous cameras, because everybody can film everything. And it's not the only occasion that black Americans have been killed in police custody or being arrested. And equally in this country, such injustices have occurred. And it's a time that you'd like to think that some clear leadership would try and quell the problem. But in fact, there's been 8 or 9 days and nights now of unrest and rioting, basically, in many American cities and in other places around the world. In London, for instance, there have been demonstrations against the injustice of what happened. So the only thing I can do is give an example which I think might be of interest. And this is a story of Abdu'l-Baha, who was Baha'u'llah's eldest son. And Baha'u'llah, of course, was the founder of the Bahá'i faith, of which I am a follower. And this story is in Washington, D.C., of all places. Abdu'l-Baha visited the West in 1912. Now, in 1912, in the USA, there was a colour bar, basically, in many places. There was the rules about who could go where, and the black and white people had to go to different venues, hotels, and so on. Well, Abdu'l-Baha had been attending a seminar of some sort, and then there was lunch afterwards. And Mr. Gregory, Louis Gregory, was the first black Bahá'i in the USA. He was quite a notable character. He was an employee of the government, and he knew that he was not welcome in the meal to sit with everyone else. So they all moved into the lunch area, sat down, ready for lunch, and Abdu'l-Baha noticed that Louis Gregory wasn't there. And he said, right, we're not going to start until Mr. Gregory is there. Abdu'l-Baha didn't speak English at all well, but he said that much. He said, where is Mr. Gregory? I want him here. So they had to find him and then brought him in. Not only did Abdu'l-Baha insist that Mr. Gregory was in the room with him, but he had him sit at his right hand, the top table, if you will. That's how much respect he had, and wanted to make the point clearly that everybody was welcome to this gathering, black or white. It was a demonstration of the teachings of Baha'u'llah that all people are equal, men, women, and of whichever race. And for me, that signifies, at that time too, in 1912, to have stuck your neck out to that extent to make the point was quite remarkable. And it's a story that I remember on these occasions. So, there you go. So, what's happening next? Well, it started to rain a little bit. The weather, I'm not always going to refer back to old vlogs because I'll probably forget what I've said. But it has been very sunny for a long time. For about 6 weeks. Everywhere's quite dry, and it's clouded over, and we had a little bit of rain, but apparently the sun's coming back. So that's all for the good. So, well, it's in the 4th minute. I'm proudly going to yet again say I'm going to manage to do this within 5 minutes. I could keep talking and watch the clock tick by and get it dead on 5 minutes. Shall I do that? Yeah. I've got just a few seconds left. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Zinc.